By the way, you be careful what you say now, because these guys, they're filming.
I know.
Kate Middleton.
Kate Middleton.
Kate Middleton.
What in God's name is going on?
And what is going on?
Kate's face in this photo is actually a direct ripoff off of a Vogue magazine cover.
That is not Kate Middleton.
The media is telling us that these are both Kate, taken 2 weeks apart. Do they think we are dumb?
Catherine, Princess of Wales, seems to be missing. The internet has a lot of thoughts about it, and literally nothing the royal family is doing is making it any better. Discussions surrounding the location of the princess, who you might know better as Kate Middleton, has run the gamut from genuine concern to confusion to conspiracy theories that range from somewhat plausible to what in the actual are we doing here? Things have gotten so bad that Helen Lewis at The Atlantic has even referred to this as QAnon for wine moms, referring to the absolutely unhinged conspiracy theory your uncle was obsessed with on Facebook that I don't even think I can talk about without getting demonetized. So we're gonna leave that over there. But what exactly is it that is keeping wine moms and basically the whole entire internet and even me up at night over the disappearance of a princess in a land that I don't even live in? The truth is, it's the legitimacy of something being very, very wrong that has been granted to this story by actual reputable sources. This isn't just some internet drama, and this isn't just a conspiracy theory about a missing person. This is a story being remarked on by journalists across the world, one that doesn't shy away from the stranger, potentially darker elements at play. Again, I say, what exactly in the bloody hell is going on? I need answers. But first, oh hi, hello, it's Swoop, and welcome to the Sus Pool, the place where everything and everyone is sus, maybe even us. Come on in, the water's fine. All right, welcome back. Dude, I gotta say, this story is absolutely batshit. Okay, like I haven't ever really been a person who keeps up with the royals, but the more I looked into this, the wilder it got, and I am like legitimately kind of worried about Kay, okay? Like, where has she been? Why hasn't anyone seen her? Where are the kids? And what the is the man Prince William doing? I have so many questions. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have to pull out like a cesspool crime board on this one, okay? I mean, not that I'm saying that there's a crime, just we don't know. Actually, we don't even know. I can't even say that. We don't even know. Okay, I'm a little unhinged today, but we're gonna find some answers one way or another. But first, and then crimes. How are you smelling today? Are you smelling good? Are you kind of ripe right now? Okay, don't lie to me. Let's give a huge quick thank you to today's sponsor, Scentbird. They have been an incredible support of both of my channels, and a big thank you to all of you, and then we will dive straight into the cesspool. Listen, okay, one of the first things a person notices about you is actually how you smell. And I don't know about you, but when I smell good, honey, watch out. I suddenly have all of the confidence of a mediocre ex-boyfriend, okay? The audacity. And that's why my everyday morning routine consists of 3 simple things: chugging a glass of water, sunscreen, and my Scentbird perfume. Because one thing about me, I'm gonna hydrate, I refuse to wrinkle, and I'm gonna smell amazing. Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service that lets you choose a new designer fragrance every month, making your personal fragrance journey unbelievably fun, and is honestly one of the best self-care decisions that I've made for myself. They have perfumes, colognes, and lots of unisex options, and Scentbird carries luxury brands like Prada, Gucci, Versace, and niche brands like Skylar, Heretic, and Confessions of a Rebel. You get to choose what you want, so there are no surprises, and with each fragrance, you get a full 30-day supply, so you can wear them all month long and switch up your scent the next month, or grab a full-size bottle of the one that you love. And y'all already know, yes, there is a discount code just for you. Use my coupon code SWOOP55 off to get 55% off at Scentbird. It's just a little over $7 for your first month, which is such a deal. Available in the US and Canada. So this month I received Azia by Sisley Paris. Ooh. Oh, that smells so good. This is this beautiful, very sensual fragrance with white bergamot, peony, and amber accord. I also got Pink Vetiver by Joe Loves. I swear every fragrance is just incredible. It's got notes of vetiver, crushed pink peppercorns, ginger, and cardamom. And then I also got Red Dakota by Dead Cool. It's giving Mediterranean citrus groves, my darling. No one's gonna catch me smelling dusty in these streets. So friends, it's time. Join me on your self-care fragrance journey with Scentbird and use code SWOOP55 off for 55% off and treat yourself, honey. You deserve it. Okay, time for a dip in the cesspool. So, concern over Kate being missing has been spreading for quite some time online since at least the beginning of January 2024. Like, we're at like 80 days or something, but it truly reached a fever pitch in March 2024 when it was legitimized by none other than, let me check my notes. Oh yeah, virtually every notable organization on Mother Earth. Reuters legitimized it, Getty Images legitimized it, even and probably especially the Associated Press or AP legitimized it when they issued what's known as a kill notice on a photo of Kate. Now, for those of you who don't know, a kill notice or a photo kill is what the AP defines as, quote, an industry term that retracted the image and instructed clients to remove the photo from their systems. They further state that, quote, AP's editorial standards state that images must be accurate. AP does not use altered or digitally manipulated images. Changes in density, contrast, color, and saturation levels that substantially alter the original scene are not acceptable. Backgrounds should not be digitally blurred or eliminated by burning down or by aggressive toning. The removal of red eye from photographs is not permissible. Okay, holy shit. And what exactly is the photo that the AP issued a kill notice for? This. Yes, this. So, at initial glance, I'm sure probably a lot of you have seen this. The photo doesn't seem too sus, right? We're not in the sus pool yet. This photo was actually released directly to Kate and Prince William's social media accounts on March 10th, and then legitimized via a press release from Kensington Palace, who claimed it had been taken earlier in the week by William. Problem solved. Kate's okay, right? Yeah. So about that, people started noticing fairly quickly that something was off about this picture, right? Now, it started, I believe, with the notice that something was a little overlapped on Kate's sleeve, a common problem in bad photoshopping. We all remember this from like 2016. Remember, it was like everyone's images look like that. Or like when people discovered what's the thing? There's like this photo app and you can like squeeze in like the waistline and then like it just, yeah. Anyways, but what made this photo weirder was when people noticed the zipper was a little quirky too. And so was Charlotte's hair. In fact, TMZ notes that there are in fact 16 discrepancies in the photos. So again, I ask, what the is going on, royals? Now, sorry for my terrible English-British accent, but you know, when in England, which I'm not, I'm in the United States, but that's okay. Now, aside from the sleeve, zipper, and hair, they also point out, quote, Charlotte's skirt juts out, Charlotte's knees are blurred, Louis' sweater sleeve is contorted, Louis' right thumb is blurry, indent distortion on the ledge, step behind Louis is distorted, Louis' finger looks cut off, George's blue sweater enhanced, Kate's hand out of focus, George's sweater sleeve has unusual lines. And even that list isn't complete.
Black. They're all wearing the same shoes and jeans, except Scarlett's skirt is like photoshopped on very obviously, and that's different. Very clear Photoshop.
This is why the kill notice came out, and what was previously considered some kind of fringe internet conspiracy theory suddenly became the obsession for even the most rational among us. Let me repeat, I never cared about the royals, and suddenly I'm losing sleep over shitty photoshopping that is now in the cesspool. Literally nothing the palace could do would quell this now unless they straight up produced Kate herself, which would be really nice. The Crown, are you listening? We would like to see Kate. And to be fully fair, Kate or someone on Kate's social media tried. I don't know if anyone believed it. On March 11th, her social media account issued a formal apology for the Photoshop botch, stating, quote, like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photograph we shared yesterday caused. I hope everyone celebrating had a very happy Mother's Day. See. And then later that day, another alleged photo of Kate in the the backseat of a car came out with her head turned away in the shadows, which immediately set off accusations that this too was photoshopped. Now, I'm sure you've seen these TikToks. Here's one with over 1 million views.
Let me show you something else. This was the full photo that was released, and if you pay attention to the brick walls above the car versus the brick wall that you see through the windows, they're completely different. Even the Daily Mail cropped the image so you couldn't see the different brick walls on the outside of the car. It's clear to me this isn't the first, second, or third time that they have failed to produce a real photo, an untouched, unedited photo of Kate Middleton.
The situation with Kensington Palace's credibility has gotten so dire that on March 14th, 2024, and I cannot stress this enough, Newsweek reported that the palace is, quote, no longer a trusted source of information. I'm sorry, that's just, it's a really big deal. Now, for context on why this is a big deal, the AFP is the world's oldest news agency and is one of the most noteworthy news wires globally, with presences in over 150 countries. Now, for them to say that the palace isn't credible anymore is like, how do I put this in like relatable terms? Like, okay, for like YouTube, it's like if Mr. Beast were to say that your YouTube channel was trash, or like Beyonce saying your music sucks. You know, it is the stroke of instant and sudden irrelevant obscurity to whoever they label this to. Straight to oblivion, take the cesspool lane, and there you go. But like with all of this going on, I'm just like, damn, like what exactly is the big deal? The official palace stance has now for months been that back on January 16th, Kate underwent I always suck at saying that word, abdominal surgery. They said that Kate underwent abdominal surgery and would be out of commission, away from official duties until around Easter, and now like a little bit after, it's said. Now, however, this hasn't stopped internet sleuths from making detailed timelines and gathering discrepancies along the way, including inconsistencies with how this has been handled compared to similar situations in the past. So I decided it might be a good idea to dive into the facts as we can find them, the legitimate timeline as we know it, followed by talking about a few of the conspiracy theories. Some of them are very wild, and seeing if any of them hold any weight whatsoever. So buckle up, strap in, just do all those things, because it's about to get wild. First, a huge shout out to the sources that helped me make heads or tails of when all of this started to be an issue for people, with James Crawford Smith at Newsweek making a pretty solid timeline in regards to the confirmed events, if y'all want to check it out, and TikToker Taylor BCOL making an incredibly comprehensive timeline and also very entertaining for events that may help explain what's going on and why people are concerned.
Part 2 of where Kate Middleton is. She is missing, and I will personally find her or get to the bottom of this mystery. Hopefully find her, hopefully she is well. But the palace is not well.
As Taylor puts it, the funny business seemed to have started back on September 12th when Kate Middleton injured her finger on a trampoline.
Nobody thought anything of it. Oh, just an injured finger. Okay. Then in October, she continued to have an injured finger. Maybe a little more serious. Whatever, everyone gets injured trampolining with their kids.
Now, the New York Daily News reported that while she was playing on the trampoline with her kids, she hurt her hand. But Kensington Palace insisted her injury was a small, nothing serious. So far, we have a simple injury and nothing more, mind your business. Yet, a month later, Kate's small injury was reported as still being quite bad, with people reporting on October 5th that, quote, Kate Middleton admits she's worried about her bandaged finger at wheelchair rugby game. But part of the reason the injury seems to be notable for many of the theories surrounding the current state of Kate Middleton is that this injury preceded a much more suspicious line of events, like this one.
December 12th, the royal family announces that they're going to Italy. Kate and William. They wouldn't do this if she had a planned surgery. Anyway, December 12th, they say, Italia, we're coming.
which is an interesting observation. Like, it's important to note that at this point in the timeline, in theory, Kate would be planning a surgery soon. After all, Kensington Palace has repeatedly referred to it as planned abdominal surgery, and for anybody who's ever dealt with scheduling a surgery, that can take weeks, months, and sometimes even years, especially if you live in the United States. Good luck, our healthcare system is brilliant. Still, this is important for the timeline, especially given that everything becomes a clusterfuss after this. Christmas Day 2023. Kate and William attend the royal Christmas event with their kids, all matching in blue and green. So cute. Now, this would actually be the last time anybody would report seeing Kate Middleton in public, but a few days later, on December 28th, a little reported thing happened that was posted on social media, but not by any news outlets. This next part is fully alleged and therefore should be treated, speculation alert, that's what I'm trying to say. But it has been alleged that on the evening of December 28th, an ambulance mysteriously rushed from the Sandringham vacation estate to the hospital, and it's alleged, or even just implied, that the ambulance contained Kate Middleton. I'm sorry, my fellow Suspirians, all of you watching, what is going on?
And what is going on?
Now, medically speaking, it's actually like none of our business. But royals, what the is going on? I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to say that today. The source of this rumor seems to be from a Twitter user named Brian Moran, who posted this tweet containing this brief video I'm playing on screen and the text, quote, "I hope all is well at Sandringham. My spy in Marylebone just saw this convoy heading in the general direction of King Edward VII Hospital." Now, 3 things. 1, based on further context on the account, I don't believe Brian Moran is actually making this allegation. Like, he seems to be saying what he means here. 2, this is just 2 cars and not something I'd personally call a convoy. And finally, number 3, where's the ambulance? I can't be the only one to ask. Well, where's the ambulance? In the second set of photos, there's a police car, there are SUVs, no ambulance. Yeah. Now, this lack of ambulance didn't stop TikTok from reporting an ambulance at Sandringham that evening. TikTok's gonna tick and talk.
An ambulance with the police escort leaves there. Royal family doesn't say anything. No address, just casual Christmas ambulance. Too much eggnog, maybe.
I honestly don't know if I buy this. I'm still like, I don't know. But it's been in a few timelines, so I'm including it here with the biggest asterisks, to the point that you can consider this a bit of a preview for the conspiracy theories section. Though in the fairest of fairness, I can see why this would be strange, right? Kate's seen at Christmas, a crazy rush away from Sandringham, and then suddenly radio silence until January 17th, when Kensington Palace, seemingly unprovoked, announced that Kate had been admitted the day before into a hospital for planned abdominal surgery. Now, as the statement went, Kate was said to be in the hospital for anywhere from 10 to 14 days and would then remain absent until just after Easter. There are no details about what provoked the surgery, and it's stressed that Kate wants her medical details to remain a secret. And again, as a side note, I do too. Like, everyone, no matter a public or private figure, is entitled to this privacy. I know with like the royals, and they make like nearly everything a spectacle all the time. So it's like harder for them. It's just the concern I personally have is not whether or not Kate is actually ill. It's none of our business, so I won't be diving into speculation about that. The concern is over all the strange ways that the palace has tried to convince us that she is safe without any definitive proof of life, so to speak. Like, people just want to know that she's safe. You know what I mean? Literally just that. Don't tell us medical, just, is she okay? So there may be some details I'll outright skip over here simply because Kate's illness is really, frankly, none of our damn business. So now, all that being said, the palace's statement was really strange. Like, it didn't mention who the surgeon was and didn't do what most palace press releases would do, even by wishing Kate a speedy recovery. The royal shade! The following day, William was spotted leaving the London clinic where Kate's surgery took place. Reports came out that he visited multiple times, but this is the only known time he was actually spotted there. Even with like all of the paparazzi, it's like a little weird, right? A week later, King Charles is reported to have visited her not too long after he had been admitted to the same clinic for a prostate procedure. Now, so far, if you're thinking all of this sounds pretty standard and maybe at best just a little weird, same. It's only within the context of the next few months that things get really fucking, because on January 28th, a journalist from Spain named Concha Calleja released a bombshell report that she had received an off-the-record statement from an aide to the royal family claiming that Kate's life was in great danger and that Kate was actually in a medically induced coma following the surgery, and that everything the palace had been doing in the wake of this was a cover-up for a much worse than expected recovery. Now, this report lit social media on fire with tweets and TikToks with hundreds of millions of views, just spreading like wildfire. And of course, we absolutely hope that there's no truth to that, right? We definitely don't want that for anybody. Now, to jump out of the timeline for a second, this is actually something Kensington Palace directly responded to a few days later on February 1st, reporting that Concha's report was false and, quote, ludicrous, to which Concha responded, quote, I reaffirm what I said. This happens when you touch a nerve. It is annoying. I fully trust my source. What happens is that they feel upset because we have discovered the truth. Now, Taylor on TikTok summarizes this interestingly by saying,
First of all, the palace has no business, nor have they ever had business, debunking baseless tabloids. That is suspicious. That's very off-brand.
I mean, yeah, it is off-brand. So this is all looking very sus. Now, one thing worth noting before we move on here is that part of the conversation surrounding Concha's story revolves around a woman named Maria Barallo, a nanny who works full-time for the royal family that was born in Spain. As the theory goes, the Spanish press is reporting that Concha's source is an aide, and therefore, since Maria is Spanish, she must be the source, especially since, as the rumor goes, Maria was allegedly let go by the family around the time that Kate was last seen and moved back to Spain, at least according to TikTok. So take that for what you will. Except there's actually no evidence whatsoever that Maria has left the family in any way. Now, I can't confirm or deny that she's Concha's source. She very well could be. But what I can confirm is that there have been reports for over 2 years now that Maria has left her status as a live-in nanny, but is still presently employed by the family and lives off-site from the family. Now, I can also confirm that there are no credible reports that Maria has vacated her post, like not even any possibly verifiable rumors that she's left. In fact, I've only seen this referred to on TikTok, and I feel like I'm going crazy just trying to see if the small parts of the story are true, but you know, here we are. Heading back to the timeline, Kensington Palace announced Kate had been discharged and would be down for the count, recovering until around Easter. No photographs of her were taken, which in and of itself is peculiar for the paparazzi, but isn't a huge deal. Over the course of the next few weeks, a few tragic but honestly unrelated things happened, such as King Charles announcing his cancer diagnosis and Harry going to visit him even though he allegedly didn't even visit Kate. There was also an interesting Daily Mail article that claimed Kate was seen visiting a school for her kids with William, later revealed to be a story about an event that happened months earlier. So, And on February 20th, William put out a statement regarding conflict in the Middle East, but, well, I'll let Taylor say her piece.
While he shared it from the joint Kate and William Instagram, he put that statement out on his stationery with a W on top, as in the same stationery that he used before the wedding to Kate. Hasn't been used since, but what it means is that it was not a joint statement. Kate could not, did not, would not sign off, co-sign that statement. Perhaps because she was unable to, perhaps because she didn't want to. We don't know. But he has not used that stationery since before the wedding.
I What in the whole grain, gluten-free, what is happening? Pre-wedding stationery? I just like, excuse me. Okay, hold on. Okay. I'm just gonna call the Crown real quick. Okay, yeah, it's ringing. Okay, hi, Crown people. Yeah, this is Swoop. Yeah. So like, what in the buttery bullshit going on? Yeah, oh, okay, thanks, great. Yeah, they don't know either. Everyone's in the cesspool. Speculation continues to heat up as William cancels an appearance at a memorial service for his late godfather, King Constantine II of Greece, at the last minute with no reason beyond personal reasons, which, I mean, he's allowed that. But more speculation, more statements from the palace that Kate is doing well, still no photograph or sighting, which finally changes on March 4th when paparazzi capture an image of Kate being driven around by her mom, Carol, in dark sunglasses. So like, finally, thank God. Yeah, so there's a lot to dissect in this image. The first obvious thing being that doesn't really look like Kate Middleton. I mean, I'm not saying it's not her. I'm also not saying it's Katie Holmes, like some people are saying. But for a first public appearance in literal months, only for it to be this? Again, it's just like, what in the Pete Davidson's universe is going on? Like, it's really not that hard, but I don't know. I keep teetering the line of like, how much of this is just none of our business and how much of it is just like, yo, can you just proof of life, people?
What? That scene shouldn't have been in the movie.
But second of all, what's really interesting about this car photo is the controversy it struck in the UK. In fact, the media frankly refuses to run this photo at all on the grounds of privacy concerns, which to me is really interesting, especially if you know anything about Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Princess Diana, literally any member of the royal family, what if they ever cared about privacy? And it was this moment that seemed to directly lead to where we are today. The photo seen and pulled from around the world. The kill notice. The spread from conspiracy to reality, where this entire internet conversation surrounding Kate Middleton being missing has been completely legitimized. So with that being said, what are some of the conspiracies I haven't gone over yet? And are they even possible? Tinfoil, red string, connect the soup cans. It's time to dive into the conspiracy theories about what the is going on with Kate Middleton. So I'll start with one of the more likely theories, at least based on evidence that we have available to us. The theory that all of this somehow relates to William being a toxic, potentially abusive partner to Kate.
On Kate Middleton. What in God's name is going on there, Dan?
Now, much of this theory seems to stem back to a revelation made back in January 2023 by The Guardian that Prince Harry had alleged William had a temper, like a mean-ass temper, a physically abusive temper, like...
In Spare, Harry said that he and William got into an argument in their 30s, and William was violent with him, and was like, hit me back, very toxic behavior. And apparently William was like the schoolyard bully. He has a temper, people. This puts Kate at risk for many reasons.
But what does Kate have to do with that? Well,
so there's this mysterious ambulance ride on the 28th. Then the UK gossip rags, for the first and last time, report about Kate and William's toxic relationship patterns.
Now, I couldn't find the article Taylor's referring to, but in the tabloid press, it's been treated as one of the worst kept secrets of the royal family that William is a loud and allegedly violent man. Even in slightly more reputable sources like Fox News and, okay, before you judge, okay, I know, you know what I mean by slightly more reputable, okay? I pick and choose my words for a reason. Interviews have been conducted with people like Tom Quinn, a royal author who claims, quote, privately, William and Kate, like all couples, fall out, row, shout at each other, and say unkind things to each other. And the tabloid there's a name, cites Tom Quinn's book, claiming he writes that, quote, William basically screams, punches walls, and rages. All of this is to say that William and Kate having a toxic relationship is honestly quite likely a real stay together for the kids kind of marriage, with the kids being both literal and the whiny babies writing tabloids. If Kate has decided to go MIA because of William, it is possible and maybe even likely. I don't know. Again, I hope not. I certainly hope that that's not what he's like. But this leads us to one of the oldest rumors to resurface since this all started. The theory that this all is related to an alleged affair that Prince William is having with the Marchioness of Cholmondeley, former supermodel, etc., Rose Hanbury, and that the reason Kate is MIA is because she's leaving William. Now, this theory, even though it dates back to 2019, has gained so much traction that even Stephen Colbert is cracking jokes about it.
Internet sleuths are guessing that Kate's absence may be related to her husband and the future King of England, William, having an affair. Oh no, my heart goes out to poor Kate. Now let's dish the hot goss. I am ready to spill the tea. Thank you very much, thank you. You may go, 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 go.
Aw, Stephen's cute with his little teacup, but you know how we Suspirians like to do things just a little bit bigger. So to give you the absolute quickest summary possible of these rumors, they've been around since 2019 when tabloids said that there was a huge fallout between Kate, William, and Rose, which then became reports that William had an affair and that when Kate approached him, In Touch reported that he laughed it off and said that it wasn't true. According to Cosmopolitan, citing the Daily Mail's royal reporter Richard Kay, quote, both sides have considered legal action, but because none of the reports have been able to offer any evidence about what the so-called dispute is about, they have chosen to ignore it. These hurtful rumors of a fallout are simply false. Ooh, okay. Oh no. Okay, this is cold tea. This tea has been left at the bedside. Dust has settled on the cup and a little bit of mold is starting to form, okay? So the question, could William be cheating on Kate? And I honestly just assume all rich people are in the cesspool and out on each other. But the truth is, all we have is gossip. And if gossip is the foundation for the theory that Kate was trying to leave William, we have to call it for what it is. Hot goss and nothing else, okay? Still though, until Kate pops back up, William in hand, the durability of these rumors will probably ensure that they will remain prominent rumors from quite some time, if not forever, because also, you know how people like to hold on to affair rumors even when they've proven false. So we'll see. But on the other end of the spectrum is a really unhinged conspiracy theory about Kate's sister's ex, Thomas Kingston, that, well, I'll just let you see.
Kate Middleton may have been pregnant with Thomas Kingston's baby. To make matters worse, Thomas Kingston was found dead just a few days ago, locked inside a room at his parents' apartment with a traumatic head injury.
An autopsy is currently being done. He was found with a head wound, a severe head wound, and a gun near his body. Mental illness is often invisible. Again, all respect and condolences to him and his family, but something is up, and he is really good friends with Pippa. So there's theories that he caught wind of some of the toxic behavior going on in the palace between Kate and Will. Some speculate that Pippa shared information with him, and then they suspect that Thomas leaked the information to the Spanish journalist, and the Spanish nanny fled after the December 28th incident. So there's a subtle alliance being built against the palace. I'm on that team.
Now, here's the thing. Remember when I mentioned earlier that William didn't go to his own grandfather's memorial? That was on the same day that Thomas was found passed away, on February 27th. Now, some would say that this is an eerie coincidence. Some would say where there's smoke, there's fire. I might say the personal matter that he didn't attend the memorial for was probably the death of the husband of his father's second cousin. That's right. Thomas is related to the royal family. These aren't just affair rumors. They're now incest rumors, and once again, they're rumors with no actual basis in reality, and they're also rumors that don't benefit anybody. Theorizing that the unaliving of Thomas Kingston was actually a murder because it was shocking and unexpected completely downplays the reality of depression and self-harm ideation. The truth is, I can't say for certain that Kate Middleton being missing means anything at all other than her right to medical privacy, where people shouldn't be speculating on different health things. But I don't know, like maybe it's all a distraction to something else happening that's much more sinister going on with the royal family or the government or the world. I don't know. We have certainly seen people in political spaces, even celebrities, do a bunch of weird that is like just fake, false, and nothingness to distract you from something actually super sinister going on somewhere else. But at the same time, it's also like maybe this is going to be the worst aged video on either of my channels after Easter if Kate comes back into the picture and everything's okay, which I hope she is. And she's just like, hey, hi, you dummies, why were you speculating on anything and why are you talking about it? Like that could happen. And the thing is, that's the likely answer here, by the way. And actually, again, what I'm hoping for, I think most people talking about it just want a safe, healthy outcome for everyone. And again, it's just like the palace's handling of this is so freaking bizarre, and they could make it so much better, and they're not. And I don't know why they're not. And I'm still just so bothered by this. Speculation. Toss it in the cesspool.
One of the most absurd things I've seen since the beginning of this whole scandal. I don't think there's anything sinister or nefarious happened. And unfortunately, you can't take back the photo. And so now everything is going to be questioned.
It's when the like wild conspiratorial starts to bleed into the mainstream and there has to be an answer for something that stories like these tend to truly get out of hand. It's like I've been saying for the past few months with unhinged public stories like these that we've covered on this channel. Occam's razor, right? A guiding principle of logic exhorting us to keep things as simple as possible. Put another way, the simplest solution is often the correct one. So I'll eat crow if I'm wrong, but it's incredibly likely that Kate really is in recovery and just wants privacy. And again, I just hope that it's that her recovery is going well. The only part of this that doesn't fully compute for me is the photoshopped portrait. That part's up and has fully and completely tainted the palace's credibility now. I mean, that is if you thought that they were credible to begin with. But it's like no matter how much we try to apply Occam's razor, there's no getting through to the true believers. This is also addressed by Helen Lewis, who says, the essence of conspiracism is that innocent explanations do not exist, and neither do unlikely coincidences. But it's revealing when the most lurid explanation is someone's default setting.
Are we being trolled? That is not Kate Middleton. I'm starting to think that the palace, Kensington Palace, the crown, is trolling us. I'm not even sure that's William, but I know for sure that this video of William and Kate enjoying a farm shop, whatever that is, over on the pond, this is what, nope, 0% chance.
Wouldn't you know, as I'm filming this, oh my gosh, The Independent is reporting that Kate Middleton has issued a statement as she misses St. Patrick's Day celebration amidst recovery from surgery. Alongside the video featuring British soldiers, the pair wrote, "Happy St. Patrick's Day. Here's a sneak peek of the Irish Guards rehearsing for their annual parade." What? Is there more? Where is her statement? What? What is going on? No Kate in sight. So who, is it from Kate? I don't know. Here's something that came out. Kate Middleton, health crisis. Extremely important update likely to come at any moment. So this is the rumor that's going around now that the BBC was given a heads up that from the royal news, the palace, that they were going to be making a very important announcement at any moment. It has been reported that the BBC Events production unit was notified to stay alert for an extremely important announcement from the royal family at any moment in the wake of Princess Kate's health crisis. And so like people are running with this. Like social media is top trending on Twitter. Everyone's like, okay, something's going to be said. But the reality is, like, I looked into this before sitting down, and I'm just checking some updates. Even that is like not even confirmed. And here's a Forbes article about this BBC thing. Currently, it says rumors continue to swirl online about the whereabouts of Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, who has not been seen publicly since Christmas after she reportedly had abdominal surgery, including one claim that has gone unconfirmed by all key players that the BBC has been told to be on alert for an announcement from the royal family.
Hi friends, okay, future me here. As I'm editing this, a couple of updates did come out. First of all, Rose did speak about the affair allegations via her attorney or her solicitor and said that they are entirely false. We also have heard nothing pressing from Zip Palace via the BBC News. That rumor seems to, in fact, yes, be a rumor. And then also, Kate Middleton's medical records may have been breached, which is a very shitty thing to happen. They are doing an investigation right now. They believe that a hospital worker may have been trying to access Kate's medical records for reasons that are not legal. You shouldn't do that. Don't do that. Oh, and also, of course, the TMZ video that did come out, played a clip of it a little bit ago. When that video came out, it just made everything worse.
So anyways, that's kind of the latest that I have. The truth is, the way I look at it is this. Kate, if you're watching, which why would you be watching this? We hope you're well. We hope you're safe. The thing is, like, when I look at stories like this, again, I just keep getting caught up in, like, where there's politics, there's often something nefarious going on. There's often distractions, and you know, it causes some concern. But honestly, I just hope that Kate's well. I hope that her recovery is going well. And if she ever talks about it, I hope that she is ready to talk about it. And in the meantime, putting all of that aside, I just wish the palace would just handle things a little better and didn't Photoshop images and freak everybody out. You know what I mean? But that's all that is. Okay, Suspirians, it is time to step out of the cesspool. Grab a towel and dry off. That's what I got. I have a brand new full deep dive Swoop documentary out on my main channel, Swoop. If y'all are new here, I have a main channel. This is my second channel. It's called Swoop. So that'll be linked below. Make sure you check it out and subscribe to my main channel, and also subscribe to this channel. Also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's where I post most often and also announce opportunities to have your thoughts featured in my documentaries. Huge thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring this video, and be sure to join me on your self-care fragrance journey and use code SWOOP55 off for 55% off, and treat yourself, honey. You deserve it. Have a good day out there, stay weird, and I'll see you next time in the cesspool. Swoop!